whereas IRBs say that they come to their decision, they disagree because they're each representing their local community values, I found, much to my surprise, that that was not the case. That in fact they vary because of the personalities of who happens to be on the committee, who happens to be in the room that day. Is the chairman a researcher who him or herself does research and is very pro-research? Has the institution just been sued, so they're very risk averse? These are the kinds of factors that are involved, not how a community looks at a study differently here versus there. That's not why IRBs differ. And researchers often blame the messenger, I found. So researchers will say, I can't stand the IRB. Well, what they really can't stand are the regulations that say they have to do certain things, and the IRB is a public face. The other thing that surprised me is when I first began this study, I interviewed groups of researchers, and I said, what do you think of your IRB? And they all said, IRBs have tremendous power. It's a big problem. When I interviewed IRB chairs, I said, do you think you have power? And they said, no, we don't have power. We're just following the regulations. Or, well, we have a little bit of power, but it's all for good purposes. We're trying to make the research better and help subjects. So I found that there is a way in which power is in some ways in the eyes of the beholder, at least in this case. On the other hand, there is a notion of discretionary power. The police, for instance, in the 1960s argued they have no power, they're just following the law. But of course, who the police pull over on the side of the road was not random. They would pull over certain groups more than others. They would use their discretion when to use their power and how to use it. So I think those are the kinds of issues about how power works that in an institution that came out.